Welcome back. It's 8:43, and I'm here with professional race car driver Barbara Terry. She's courtesy of Shell. Good morning. You've been busy. We've been talking about this during the commercial break. You've written a new book called How Athletes Roll, right? And
yes.
You also have another book coming out in March called Getting Greasy Made Easy.
Yeah, How Athletes Roll is basically 40 great name athletes talking about their history with cars. Getting Greasy Made Easy is just a bumper-to-bumper guide of everything I've written the last 5 years pertaining to anything to do with your car, maintenance and car buying and resale values. And yeah, it's a fun book.
Okay, so first let's talk about the 5 things that you can do to sell your current car for a little bit more. And the first thing you say is sell it yourself, right?
Number one, we got to try to sell it on our own instead of taking it into the dealership as a trade-in and taking such a hit on it. We have so much money invested in our cars, so it's really important to try to get the biggest bang out of our buck when we're selling them.
And a few tips that you have. The first one you say, nobody wants a dirty car.
Yeah, you don't want a potential buyer of your car pulling up and they open up the car and it smells like your favorite fast food joint, so get the french fries out from under the seat. But make sure to clean the outside of it too, and there's a great line of automotive care products on the market. And growing up in small town Texas, I always refer to the dirt and grime on my car as muckety muck, and you can literally get the muckety muck off with muck off products. Yeah.
Number 2, you say documentation. That's very important, right?
Very important to keep all of your documentation. Anything from, let's say, oil changes to major repairs. Let's say you were looking at a car. You'd want to know that the car that you're looking at has had everything done to it, and that the current owner has taken really good care of it, not just to clean it up, but taken really good care, like mechanical care of it.
And what are some of maybe 1 or 2 of the top mechanical things that you should make sure is good in your car?
Making sure to get regular scheduled maintenance, oil changes, things like that. We want to think of our car's health as our body's health, and make sure to run the right fluids through it, regular scheduled maintenance and tune-ups. Replacing such a thing like the air filter. It can be done in literally like 5 minutes, and not only will it help to keep your car's engine clean, but it will literally save you up about 10% in fuel economy.
And is that something that someone can do easily on their own?
It is. It's just as easy as making a box of macaroni and cheese. And once you do it, you never forget how to do it. And you can refer to your car's owner's manual, and it'll tell you and take you through the steps of switching out your air filter.
And finally, you say be a salesperson. What do you mean by that?
Definitely. When you went and bought that car, that person sold you the car. So tell your potential buyer everything positive about your car. Things that you loved about it, and really be proactive and help them and make them love your car just as much as you did.
This is probably a big one, especially for me. How do you know how much you can afford so you don't overextend yourself?
Look at your budget. Look to see what you can afford, but it's not just about budget. It's about what type of car is going to suit your needs. Do you need a 2-door versus a 4-door? If you're planning a family, don't go out and buy that flashy convertible. Because how are you going to get the car seat, the kid's seat, in and out of the back seat? Do you need a 2-wheel drive versus a 4-wheel drive? Also think about resale values. Don't go out and buy, let's say, a turquoise or a yellow car, because you're going to limit the audience when you do try to resell your car.
And what about what kind of car? What does it say about me? I drive a Honda Civic. How can you tell what car is best for you?
Traveling around interviewing the 40 athletes and How Athletes Roll, I really quickly realized that a lot of the athletes' choices, if they were conservative with their car choice, they're conservative with their life choice. Like Dan Jansen, for instance, he'll admit that he's a conservative person in life, and he's a conservative person with his car choice. Like BrindA'more, hockey player, you think that he would be like all flash and Ferraris and stuff, but he literally drives like a Honda Ridgeline. But speaking of flash and bling, Michael Strahan, he totally is an extravagant guy in life. That's how you see him, and of course his car choice is very extravagant.
Very interesting. Well, it's so nice to see you again. Thank you so much, Barbara Terry. We've got a link to her website. It's at myfoxtampabay.com. You can just look under the Seen on TV section. And we're right back after this.